Hey everybody, I know this shirt says I'm always in control, but that's only half true. I'm trying to get everything under control with my video backlog. So this video in particular is from an event that happened in September. And I'm not sure if you noticed, but it's December. So I'm a little behind. Without further ado, finally, my pickups from the Waterloo video game swap meet. Isn't that a blast from the past? Enjoy. Hello everyone, JROCK here, and welcome to episode 6 of my video game pickups. And this is a very special episode because this is just after the Waterloo video game swap meet. At the time of me recording this, that was like a couple weeks back now. I've been swamped with stuff, but I pulled out all the stuff from my collection that I got from the game swap because I just want to talk about it. Waterloo Video Game Swap Meet. It is put on by the VGCC, Video Game Collectors Community. You can find them at vgcc.ca. What it is it's like 100 vendors, 100 tables, all video game related stuff. It's wonderful. You can go, I went and I met up with a lot of fellow YouTubers and fellow game collectors, and it's just totally amazing. I'll mention the people that I ran into. Just off the top of my head, the people that I ran into were Adam from Replayability. He actually gave me a lift to the game swap, so thanks Adam for making it possible for me to get there.
It's not the Batmobile, but it has Adam at the wheel.
I've actually got flamethrowers installed on this thing, so it's sort of the Batmobile, but not quite.
I haven't seen it, but I'm sure at the back there's a single hole, the colon of the car that's blasting out flames. We're on the way, and it's really, really rainy and really shitty, so We're not sure how the parking lot sales are going to go. Maybe stuff will be really cheap because they want to get out of the rain.
Might be cleared up by then too, so hopefully.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm pretty excited. I got a few things on the list. What do you have on your list, Adam?
Oh, for a long time I've been looking for a game called fucking Shatterhand for the NES, and it's been driving me nuts. I swear to God, it doesn't fucking exist.
Shatterhand, how much does that go for? How much are you willing to spend?
It's actually, you know what? For some reason, it's not actually that rare. I think the price is usually like $25. I'm going to spend maybe 35 or 40 on it. Yeah, I've never seen it, so yeah.
All right, I'll keep an eye out for it.
Fuck yeah.
Don't ride with strangers, kids. Don't unless they tell you they have Nintendo cartridges for cheap. Then get in the car.
Get in the van.
When we got to the event, we met up with Kevin from Buried on Mars, and thus we created the first gathering of the Ontario Cartridge Club chapter. It certainly felt like a monumentous occasion. Met Danny and Mike from the Retro Lectors. Met Jay Bartlett from the NES Club movie, which actually they just got the clearance to use the Nintendo Quest. I saw Canadian Retro there. I got a game from him. I'll mention that. Even ran into CJR and Shane Lewis from Re-Res. It's so many people. I'm probably forgetting so many names. Pete Diak, he puts it on. A real fun guy. He was watching the door and making sure everyone was having a good time. And he kept people got there early, waiting in line. He kept us entertained. So thanks, Pete, for keeping everyone entertained and putting on this awesome show where I could go spend hundreds of dollars. So that's what I did. And also what I did was I entered a Tetris tournament. There was a Tetris tournament there. I entered it and went up against some people. I won a bounty for knocking Ryan out. He was in the tournament, knocked him out, and I won a $60 bounty for that. And I got second place in the tournament. I got beat out by a dude named Eric, who is very knowledgeable about the game, and he was trying to explain to me programming, how you can tell the next piece how it's going to be rolled in Tetris, and I was just dumbfounded. You win, dude. You win. You're number one. But second place was pretty cool for me. I entered the Tetris tournament on a whim, which is funny because now I got a Tetris challenge video from Ramvox, and it was seconded by the Cartridge Bros that I should do a Tetris challenge video, so that's kind of funny. So yeah, that was fun. Now, yes, all my pickups. I told you, Adam from Replayability made it possible for me to go there again, thanks to him.
Yeah.
We just drove past a jogging chick, and we were like, "Hey, baby, do you like guys who like games?" My buddy Adam here has a copy of Demon's Crest.
If you're interested.
Let me go into these pickups here. Buried on Mars opened up his trunk in the parking lot, and he had a whole tub full of stuff. He said, "Take whatever I wanted." I couldn't do that. Like, he told me, he just gave me the stuff, and then afterwards I was like, "Dude, here's, like, I got to give you something. Here's $20, and, you know, buy something for yourself from the show." I didn't see what he ended up buying with that $20 because I had to go to play some Tetris. But here's the stuff that was made possible by Buried on Mars. He gave me a great big boost to my Genesis collection. Got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, complete in box. I believe all this stuff is complete in box with manuals and everything, so awesome, buddy. Evander, the Real Deal, Holyfield, boxing. This is the guy that got his ear bit off by Tyson. Mortal Kombat, a classic, and I don't own it on Sega Genesis, so right on. NBA Jam. I'm not a sports game fan, but even I know that NBA Jam is just a fun game. Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures, which I noticed I was reading the back and it says, with a revolutionary new character guidance interface, CGI trademark. So they trademark CGI, I guess. Original Sonic the Hedgehog. I know, I can't believe I didn't already have it. I have Sonic 2, but I don't have the original Sonic. The Terminator. World Championship Soccer. And X-Men. So yeah, that was all the Genesis that Buried on Mars gave to me out of the trunk of his car. And also, two more things that was in that pile was Star Wars Demolition for PlayStation 1 and Star Wars Bounty Hunter. Star Wars is one of those franchises I like to collect, so again, thanks to Buried on Mars for giving me a booster to my Genesis collection as well as some Star Wars franchise games. Thanks again, buddy. Okay, now on to a bunch of different stuff that I bought from vendors. And the thing about buying from the vendors there is, like, you don't have to pay sticker price on the stuff there. Like, you can work with everyone on all the prices pretty much, shave off a couple dollars, like, definitely, and even get even better deals than that if you're lucky when you do your bundling. So it was just awesome, all the deals I got tons of stuff. I'm going to pull out my find of the weekend, actually. I was thinking about saving this for the end of the video, but I'll show it right now. And that is complete in-box Super Scope. Everything's in here. Open it up. Everything is in here. It was the person who sold it to me. He said it was his Super Scope from when he was a kid. So I believe it was taken care of. Here's the scope. I have the sensor out because I was playing with it earlier, so it's still attached to my TV. But the thing that's cool about this, so it comes with the manual as well as this came with it too. Super Scope 6, obviously. If it's complete a box, it comes with the Super Scope game. And actually, Buried on Mars, Kevin gave me a label upgrade out of his trunk, so this is the one from him. But the other one, it was really crappy. But yeah, it has the manual for that, as well as a Nintendo Power subscription card. Really cool. Now you're playing with Power, and a little it's like a poster, fold-up poster. That has, you know, like, there's a picture of a kid with a Super Scope and a bunch of games advertised. As well on the back, it's a Link to the Past poster, which is awesome. I think I might be putting this up on my wall. Maybe get like a frame for it or something. But yeah, really cool, complete in box Super Scope. Got it for $45, complete in box. It was like the best deal that I saw there. I saw another Super Scope later on that someone was selling. The guy selling it asked me, "Oh, how much did you get that for?" And I said, "Oh, 45." And I was like, "How much are you selling that for?" He's like, 65. So I got a better deal. People that saw me with it were like, "Nice!" So awesome. So to do with that, I'll go through some Super Nintendo stuff while I'm on the Super Nintendo tangent. I wanted to get some Super Scope compatible games, so I found Battle Clash. And as well as, I told Kevin Buried on Mars that I was looking for Super Scope games, and he sniped this one out of a pile for me. He said, "Oh, look over there, there's this Yoshi Safari." And I went up. He said, "Don't look so excited about it either. Make it look like you found it yourself." So I went over there and I picked it up, and I was like, "Can you do $7?" I think it was like $10. He was like, "Okay, I'll do 7." So I got that for $7. And then I got a copy of RoboCop 3.
I'd buy that for $1.
Could use some cleaning. It's a little dirty. I like the RoboCop franchise, another one of those franchises I want the games for some reason, even though most of them are terrible. And then I got
a Super Nintendo
console cleaner thing. You open this up, you can here's the, it's really weird, you pop it in there and pop it in and out of your machine and it cleans it, dropping stuff. But yeah, got that for a couple bucks because I don't have one, and it's pretty cool to clean the inside of your machine with it instead of having to open it up. Okay, now on to some other stuff. Okay, I got Metal Gear Solid in the case, the double disc. I got this from Canadian Retro. He did a trades video of games that he had up for trade or for you to buy, and I watched it and I told him, hold this for me, and he did.
Metal Gear Solid, another copy of Metal Gear Solid.
He opened up his backpack, pulled it out, and he had 2 copies of it, and he let me switch what the better discs were in them, make sure that I had the best quality stuff. So thanks again to Canadian Retro for hooking me up with a copy of Metal Gear Solid for PlayStation 1, one of the best games. Also, one of my best finds of the weekend and a PlayStation game is Deception 3, Dark Delusion. Now, you may have noticed in previous videos of mine, if you watched it, I got Tecmo's Deception. It's a great series by Tecmo where you set up traps for invaders in your castle and stuff, and it's really sweet. I want to do a review of these games, but they're so long and it's a lot of footage to get, and I'm so swamped right now. But I really lucked out on finding this copy of Dark Delusion because they go for 50 to 80 bucks on eBay, and I got it for 30. It was sticker price 30. I told the guy, listen, I'm not even going to argue the price because 30 is a good price for this, so I'm really glad to find it. Now I just need the second one in the Deception series, Kagero. Kagero's, what is it? Kagero Deception 2. It's funny, I got a strategy guide for the game, but I don't even have that game yet. That's what I'm looking for. So anyways, great find there. Okay, I will go on to some NES now. Talk about some NES. I got an unlicensed cart for the Chimera cassette, Firehawk, which shows some dudes on there with flamethrowers, and he looks pretty serious about what he's doing. Okay, here's a stack. I got Simpsons, Bart versus the Space Mutant, and funny thing about this one is it was sitting there in stuff that didn't really have prices on it, and so I asked the guy, I was like, "Oh, how much do you want for this?" And he's like, "15?" And I was thinking more 7, and he was like, "Oh, okay." And I put it back, and then he thought maybe I was going to go to 15, but I put it back, and then he was like, "Oh, I'll do 12," and I was like, "Nah, buddy, I'll I'll do 8 at most. So I ended up getting it for $8. Felt kind of like a dick though, but I was seriously, I just didn't want to pay more than like $8 for this game, so I got it for $8. Here's one. I'm flipping through the bins. I was there with Buried on Mars, and he was like, "You got Blaster Master?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Buy it." So I did, and I do know that it's a good game. Now I got a copy of Duck Hunt. Not much to say about that. Got it for $3, and I needed it to complete my black box set. Another one, Pro Wrestling. Another one for the black box set. I'm getting there. I think I'm about halfway there. This is probably the best NES game that I got while I was there, and that's Mega Man 3. A lot of people say it's their favorite. 2 is my personal favorite, but Mega Man 3, solid game. Got it for a good price. I got Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. I have the black... Let's see, I have the black cartridge here. Tengen cartridge. Because this is one of those games where they had the unlicensed copy and they had the licensed copy. So I got this so that I have both. Because, you know, collectors were nuts, right guys? I'll fix that later, whatever. And the last NES game I have to say is Muppet Adventure. Chaos at the Carnival. I grabbed it and Buried on Mars is like, you're buying that? And I was like, yeah. I don't know why. I guess I like the Muppets. I like Kermit. Oh, hello there. Kermit the Frog here in a most likely shitty game. So yeah, that's why, Kevin, because I like the Muppets, dude. Okay, now on to some more stuff. Let me round out the Nintendo things with a few things. I got one N64 game while I was there, and that's BioFreaks. This is a fighting game. I used to rent it actually when I was a youngin' from the store. I think it was like a not name brand rental store, but I used to rent it and I popped it in. Doesn't hold up. Pretty terrible game. Cool characters designs though. Also, I got some GameCube. I don't buy GameCube games often, but I do get them occasionally. And this is Star Wars Rebel Strike Rogue Squadron 3, which is awesome because I didn't even know that Rogue Squadron 2 and 3 existed. I was a big fan of Rogue Squadron for the N64, so this is naturally another Star Wars game added to the franchise pile. And another franchise that I'm collecting is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I got TMNT Mutant Melee for GameCube. Okay, not my last Nintendo product. I have two Nintendo products here. I got Zelda Link Between Worlds for my new Nintendo 3DS that I have. Comes very highly recommended from everybody I've asked about 3DS games. They say get this one, so I can't wait to have the time to put into it. You know, as you get older, there's so little time to do like these videos, play the games, talk to people. Like it's just like time's nuts. And the last Nintendo game I got was for Wii, and again, it's one that's Buried on Mars really recommended because I looked through this. It's in a bin. Sin and Punishment Star Successor. It was listed at $5. It's in great shape, and it was listed at $5. And you know, Kevin Buried on Mars looked at me. He's like, "Buy it." I was like, "Is that a good price for this game? $5? Buy it." He goes, "Buy it." So I did. It looks pretty sweet. I don't know if you can see the back there, but I really like the art design on the front. Is just that's cool just in itself, the art. Okay, that was like all my Nintendo products. Now I have PSP. This is one of the games that I bought in a lot, the Warriors, and it's funny because I didn't actually need it the next day, my brother, I had bought a PSP lot off him, and this was actually in the lot, so I didn't actually need it. So I ended up trading it, the other copy, into the local store, 1UP. So, yeah, the Warriors for PSP, because I hear, you know, and again, Kevin from Buried on Mars, I've been dropping that name a lot.
Kevin, you're such a disease.
But we hung out a lot, and he recommended this game. Okay, for Xbox 360, I only got one game, because I have quite a few Xbox 360 games right now. I'm probably like between the 80 and 90 range. Don't have the time to play them all, so I haven't been buying a lot. I've been focusing more on cartridge-based games. But I did pick up one, and that is Condemned Criminal Origins, which comes very highly recommended from Matt Fox.
Silence!
He said that he played it. It was a launch title for the Xbox 360, and he said it's really creepy. I like creepy games and horror movies and stuff like that, so it looks pretty cool. Okay, now that's pretty much every system except for one, and that is PlayStation 2. I got a stack of PlayStation 2 games. Like, they're really the thing to collect right now, because it's so, you can get games cheap, like good games cheap. Like, I got all this here, probably for less than $30. I got all, like, I got some good quality games here too. I'll go through them. Armored Core 2, Another Age. I'm a fan of the Armored Core games, even though they're kind of difficult. They are pretty difficult, and you know, maximum customization to build robots to fight against other robots, and what can I say? Missions. It's like an RPG. Like, it's really involved. So, Armored Core 2. I got this from I think from the same person. Got Devil May Cry 1 and 2. So now all I need is 3, because I have Devil May Cry 4 for Xbox. So, Devil May Cry 1 and 2. Got Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. I love Square Enix. They make great RPGs, and I really enjoyed the original Kingdom Hearts a lot when it came out, and so I've been buying up some of the other games in the series. I kind of lost track to how many there were. There were way more than I thought there were. Actually, even more, more recently I picked this up as well. I think it might have been in my last video that I did. Kingdom of Hearts and Chain of Memories on Game Boy Advance. So yeah. Another Star Wars franchise game. Star Wars Jedi Starfighter. I don't think I've ever played this one, but I did play Star Wars Starfighter. I think that's what it's called, and that was pretty good. Always like spacey shooty games when you're up in space and flying around and pew pew. Okay, here's a really cool one, and it has a really cool DVD feature. The Suffering. A really creepy enemy design, really gory. It kind of reminds me of Hellraiser kind of stuff, like torturous, you know what I mean? And this has a really cool DVD feature on the game. You can watch like a special, I think it's like maybe a half-hour special on the prison that this takes place in, which is actually a real prison. And yeah. Cool, The Suffering. I had the second one, and I needed the first. And the last game I have to show you here is Unreal Tournament, PlayStation 2. What can I say? Unreal Tournament. Everyone remembers this one, I think. It was pretty fun back in the day to blow people to bits. So yeah. So I made out like a king at the Waterloo video game swap meet. Met a lot of awesome people, saw some familiar faces. I would highly recommend going to another one of these shindigs of theirs. I'll leave the link down below so you can find all the information, all the people I've mentioned. Let me just recap. Adam from Replayability and his boys Patrick and Tron, I met and had a beer with them. You know, Adam drove me to the thing, so, you know, thanks again, Adam and the boys from Replayability. Buried on Mars, thanks for sniping some of these games out for me and hooking me up with some Genesis boosters, and some Star Wars games. Thanks again to Canadian Retro for hooking me up with Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation 1. I enjoyed speaking with Shane Lewis from Re-Res as well as CJR. Two really accomplished YouTubers. They're doing really well right now. It's amazing. And two really cool guys. And it was just awesome talking with everyone. Thanks to all the organizers. Thanks to the people that organized the Tetris tournament. And thanks to everybody for giving me the street passes on my 3DS. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, this has been JROCK. Try to make one of these swaps if you're into games, because like I'm telling you, you go here and it's like, ah! It's amazing. Go to one of these swaps. This is JROCK, and I'm just going to keep on going on if I don't stop, so keep on rocking them games.
Got a Game Boy with a dead line issue? Click the link at the top left. Let me show you how to fix that screen on your Game Boy. Or click the link at the bottom left to see me rock the Robot Masters in Mega Man 2. Or if you want something other than J-Rock, check out my pal Canadian Retro over at his channel, where he's always got some great pickups to show off. He rocks.